7 times I've written you, you don't write back, I think we're through. Walking down that train track, I don't think I'm ever coming back. Tears are falling from my eyes like waterfalls, you're in disguise. I remember way back when we were just like two best friends, what happened? Playing music, drinking tea, we lay on our backs to watch the stars align. My letter says, how have you been? I miss you so, can we be friends? Feathers in your hair and rings upon your fingers, dirt between your toes. A time machine is all I ask, so I can go and change my past again. My mistakes like prison walls, I'd never thought I'd fall so hard. You were there and now you're gone, I feel abandoned and alone. I walk the streets, I comb my hair, I tie my shoes, you're everywhere. Walking barefoot through the dust, I wish you would just come back to me, yeah. Oh, just come back to me, yeah. Just come back to me, yeah.
This is Arts Alive. I'm Lynda Phillippi, and my guest today is Dante Zapata. And you've obviously just heard what he can do, so thanks very much for being here today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's great. So I guess I haven't heard you play around town, but I imagine you do.
I do. I play around town here in McMinnville quite a bit. I do some busking and also, shows at little wine bars. I mean, there's a ton of little wine bars and restaurants around here that like to have musicians play. So I'm pretty much open to any musical opportunity that comes my way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So have you been playing quite a long time? Are you self-taught or?
I've been playing guitar since I was about, I'd say like 14. Music has been in my life since I was a little kid. My dad would always play rock and stuff, and my mom was more into the jazz type of stuff. We grew up around Beatles and Kiss. My dad listened to Kiss a lot, and I started out playing drums. My grandmother told me this story that when I was a little kid, she bought me this little like a kid's marching band kit. And it had little drums and tambourines and stuff, and I would march around the house with my drums, trying to get everybody to march with me and stuff. I thought that was kind of cool. And my older brother, he plays a lot of music too, and so we kind of grew up playing music together. And he started playing guitar when he was about I don't know, I want to say around 14, and then I was like 11 when I started playing drums. And then we just grew over the years, and we just played more and more together. And eventually, we got to where we wanted to be musically on our instruments. And then we decided to switch instruments, and I started playing more guitar, and he started playing more bass and other instruments. I mean, he can play any instrument,
Really?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Do you guys play together at all?
We do. We used to play a lot. He just recently moved out of town, so I'm really bummed about that.
Oh, okay.
Because he was like my main man for playing music. But I still have a few different friends that I enjoy playing music with and collaborating with.
Do you want to play something else?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you going to do for us this time?
Well, that first song that I played, that was called 7 Times. That's one that I wrote.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wrote it about a girl. I think almost every song is about a girl.
That's
right?
okay. That's what people write about.
Yeah,
about emotion.
love,
yeah, sure. I liked it actually.
Well, thanks. Yeah, this next song is going to be an original too.
Okay.
This one is one that I wrote about. I'm pretty sure it's about the same girl actually, which is kind of.
Well, we'll just let her think so anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, here it goes. Once I was alone and praying God would send me someone to hold my own. And I first saw you picking flowers in my front lawn. What a drug I was on. Things happen oh so fast. We're in love and now we're in the past. I can't keep up. You lead me on and now I'm right behind you. I guess I'll play a little game. You've got me in your spell, your little spell, your little spell. We were so high and how I felt, Lord, how I felt. We've shed such tears, no time for love, but it's time for love. Imagine what could have been, imagine what would have been. Imagine what could have been, imagine what would have been. Imagine what could have been. Instant chemistry is what you had, but you've got a man. Don't tune me out. You lead me on, and now I'm right behind you. Don't be afraid, how about for now we'll just be friends. What will be, will be. Living, dying, laughing, crying, happy or sad, good or bad, it's all the same to me. You've got me in your spell, your little spell, your little spell. We were so high and how I felt, Lord, how I felt. We've shed such tears, no time for love, but it's time for love. Imagine what would have been, imagine what could have been. Imagine what would have been, imagine what could have been. Imagine what should have been. This is the good part right here. You've painted a picture on my wall, and it would have been a year this fall. For you, there's nothing I wouldn't do. You think that we could start over new, start over new, start over new. You've got me in your spell, your little spell, your little spell. We were so high and how I felt, Lord, how I felt. We've shed such tears, no time for love, but it's time for love. Imagine what it would have been, imagine what could have been. Imagine what should have been, imagine what could have been, what should have been.
So what happened to the girl?
She moved.
That was either that, huh?
Yeah, it was kind of a high and a low, and then another high and then another low, you know. So yeah, she knows who she is.
But you know, look on the bright side, some really good songs came out of that era.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so it seems it's true that when you're happy, you know, you're just happy. You're just living life. And then when you're sad, boom, that's when all the music comes out, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's kind of like Writing a song is almost like getting something off my chest in a way, and I
Mm-hmm.
think it is for a lot of musicians in the way that you have some kind of pressing issue, like you're in love, or you're in hate, or you're in fear,
Or
you
you're in
know,
both, or all.
or all of them at the same time, right? And you need to vent those
Mm-hmm.
emotions. You know, some people paint pictures. You know, some people write poetry. You know, other people, you know, play different instruments and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it's like if I have something, a really strong emotion, I need to vent that. And yeah.
So when you're writing music, do the words come first, or does the music come first, or does it kind of all sort of happen together at the same time?
Usually it just happens. I mean, I never can anticipate when I'm gonna write a song. It's like I can't be like, okay, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna write a song right now, and it's gonna be great. If I do that, it doesn't come out the way that I want it to, and it kind of has to just flow out naturally. You know, it can't be forced. So usually I'll just sit down with my guitar and I'll just play like a little riff, and then the melody just kind of comes out, and then I'll just kind of use a stream of conscious thought and just say whatever's on my mind, and usually I can write some stuff out. And,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, you know, it's interesting because when you talk to writers, and they will say something like the same thing, that not really have an idea exactly about what they're going to do, but sort of just sit down and kind of get in the moment. And once they start typing, they start to know what they want to say.
Exactly.
But
yeah.
that's like the mechanism that releases whatever's going on in your mind
Right.
is the act of physically moving your fingers, whether it's with a pen or, you know, in your case on the guitar.
Yeah, it just kind of has to just come out naturally. Just let it. Yeah, it can't be forced.
So do you write a lot of songs?
Not as much as I'd like. You
Okay.
know, I've written only about. Well, you know, I've written a lot of songs, but like I said, how writing a song is kind of getting something off my chest. Once I write a song and that emotion or that feeling is already expressed, sometimes there's really no reason to ever go back and play. It's like bringing up an issue that you've already dealt with, that you've already stressed over, and you've already dealt with.
So think about some of these guys that, you know, wrote songs back in the 60s and they're still singing them. You know, like
Yeah.
the bands, well, like the Rolling Stones were a band that's still
Right.
touring, and they're still singing those old songs. You think, how sick must you get of those songs?
I know. Yeah. I mean, well, you got to make money.
Well, I mean, that's the
That's one
motivator,
way.
obviously.
Right.
I'm sure it's
Yeah.
not the big thrill of singing those same words over and over, but
It's kind of cool for me because I've played this song that I've played probably about 100 times, but in every circumstance, in every situation, it brings out a different emotion, and there's a different energy with different people that I talk with. Like sitting here with you right now, there's a certain energy that is unlike any other, you know, and it's that same way with any situation that you're in when you're playing music.
okay. So I guess we'll have to wait for a new batch of songs to have another failed love affair. Is that it?
Yep. Yeah. Hopefully, you know, I just wrote a song not that long ago on ukulele.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't have my ukulele here.
Too
or else
bad
I'd
you didn't
play it.
bring that.
Yeah.